Yep. So. Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to this very special broadcast of the National Telegraph. My name is Tataw, and today I'm in our studio here, one of our studios with Barrister Nsoh, lead counsel for 10 of Anglophone leaders, so separatist leaders, if I may put it that way, and the thousands of other Anglophone detained in Cameroon, as they prefer to call it, the Republic of Cameroon, by the BR regime. So you're welcome to our studio here in Washington, D.C., Barrister Nsoh.
Thank you for inviting me, Eric. I'm here to, like always, when I come to the United States, I have to do a show with you. So that's why I'm here.
That's so pleasant.
Yes.
And hope you're doing quite great.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at this time. This is National Telegraph, and we're going to start the show as soon as we warm it up. And Barrister Fu, thank you for being very receptive.
Thank you.
So, what's going on back home? Just to ask. You can.
It's unfortunate that I'm not at home. I know the media there must be a media frenzy. What happened in SONARA? It's quite an eye opener. And fortunately, it was declared a technical problem. But I don't think that our boys would have been implicated in it. And you said so. That was God's work, and I concur that it's God's work, because this revolution is God ordained, and in spite of what anybody may say, but this revolution is on track and it's God ordained. And so little did we know that such a thing will happen in SONARA. I also had this feeling in my mind that it could have been sabotaged from the side of La Republique du Cameroon, because if they sense that we're going away, they will want to start destroying our infrastructure, just like it happened in Guinea-Conakry, when the French were about to take off. They destroyed everything imaginable that the French had something to do with. So I hope that that is not the case. But deep down in my mind, I
think it's the hand of God.
I said it was the hand of God, but it could have been
the government of
it's sabotaged to make sure that they destroy SONARA so that we don't have any benefit out of it.
Excellent. And so you know, the issue of SONARA, the government is trying to play down on the devastating economic consequences that has befallen the regime, and so why would they be doing that?
Well, I don't. They can play the way they like. Me, I know that petroleum products that all of us consume, the prices are going to skyrocket, and that will affect the population very seriously. And of course, when it affects the population, when the population suffers, the economy suffers. There's a big chance of an explosion.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just warming up the show with Barrister Nsoh. So once more, you're welcome to your favorite and most credible outlet, National Telegraph. We're here one of our studios on New Hampshire Avenue. That's between the boundaries of Maryland and Washington, D.C. We're glad to have a senior advocate who's coming all the way from Africa, from Cameroon precisely. We're going to be talking with him on a couple of wide range of issues, because National Telegraph, we are very interested in the deteriorating humanitarian situation that is going on in the two English-speaking regions of Cameroon that some people prefer to call it now Ambazonia. Once more, you're welcome. My name is Eric Tataw. I'm your host. I'm going to be taking you through this program. We call this program on National Telegraph The Map. In this program, we map up everywhere. We talk with personalities, Barrister Nsoh. So we'll be answering a couple of questions from me and from our team. In the meantime, if you want to participate on this show, you can text your questions on WhatsApp or directly on the number. For those of you who are out of the United States, you're going to add +1, because that is the code for United States of America. So you're going to add +1. The number will be +1 917 4. That's going to be 480 10 68. I think that's the number. So we want to have that. So we didn't ask people to call yet. We just asked you to text. So in that case, we know somebody's trying to get to us on that. We're going to put it off while we get only your messages. Thank you. I'll be back. So sure.
Lock it.
Okay. So we don't need nobody calling just yet. We want only issues of messages. So we want to put it only on messages. We're sorry about that. So thank you. Okay, so Barrister, I think people are really very interested. Many people want to call to talk with you. So thank you once more for that. We don't want no calls. We want only text messages. If we have to get calls, we'll have to get them. So thank you so much. Don't forget, the show is on, and we'll be asking Barrister a couple of questions here. So I want to thank all of you who are joining at this time. And so remember that today is Tuesday, June 4, 2019, and we're glad that all of you are joining us this time. So Barrister, we're talking about this SONARA issue, but before we come back to SONARA, what's the general humanitarian situation in the two English-speaking regions given this crisis, you know?
Eric, it is quite deplorable. The level of killing of our people has quadrupled. The targeted killings. Just before I left, you heard about the killings in Cham.
I did.
Yes. Six of our boys were gunned down. They have nothing to do. They are not Amba boys. They are just from one family.
Right.
They were gunned down. There were 5 of them gunned down, and then a neighbor who is a mulatto was equally gunned down. Just for being boys. They were gunned down in Cham. And not only that, you know about the killings in Do, the killings in Bui, the killings in Dop, the killings in Wum,
and Jap as well.
In Jap as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Killed 7 people in Jap.
Yes.
That was last week.
Yes.
I got the information.
They have decided that before they leave, they will have to decimate southern Cameroons.
So
and they are killing our people, killing women, children, and old people, and young men that have nothing to do with the fight. They see you anywhere, they just gun you down.
That's the military.
That's the military.
But why is it that the military, each time we have you're coming from the ground and you understand, you talk to quite a lot of people, why is it that the military or the government of Cameroon is constantly denying these allegations, even those made by very prominent rights groups? What can be the reason? And they say the military is acting professionally.
You don't know La Republic. They are perpetual liars. They lie from morning to evening.
Yes.
I'll give you one example. The little baby that was shot and killed in Moyoka
on May 20th.
On May 20th. Can you imagine? 11 bullets were put on that baby by a military man, and René Sadi.
Minister of
shame on him.
Of communication.
Oh yes, he came and he issued a communique accusing the Amba boys. I find that really disgraceful.
But we understand.
It's disgraceful for a government, even to give a message of condolence to that family.
But why would they be giving a message of condolence to a family that they have not agreed that they killed the child?
Well, even if they didn't agree that they killed the child.
At least for Katsi sake.
That is a child, a Cameroonian child who has just been born. And that to happen, a serious government will be concerned.
Because it happens within the dispensation of the crisis.
Exactly.
So now, what is even more interesting, Barrister Fu, is the fact that the mother of the little girl, Mbumata,
yes,
the father, who says he works at the CDC or something, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a worker of the CDC. And he has not been paid for about 6 months. You know the condition of CDC.
I understand.
Yes.
But why was the government lying that he was an Ambazonian fighter?
I don't know what the government, where they got the information. A serious government would have carried out an investigation. You cannot sit in Yaoundé in an office room and come up with a communique with distorted facts. Look, La Republique is down on the slope and anywhere that they can grab and hold and hold tight to it, they will grab. But listen, that same day, a human head was found in Bamenda, and there are videos to show that that human head was not the responsibility of the restoration forces. It was a group of criminals, because some of them were speaking French in that video when the man was still alive, and it's a prominent teacher. That man did nothing to anybody.
Right.
Why would they cut his head?
Right.
If it was not to model the accusation coming from Yuka, to take attention away from Yuka and to focus it on Bamenda, and accuse the Amber boys to have cut a teacher's head. There was no school. That school was not functioning. That teacher was not teaching. How come they did that to him? And the criminals who did it, I'm not going to say that the government did it, but they are a group of criminals. But who paid them to do it? No, look, let's be serious. Let's be serious. The death of that baby will haunt all of them.
Right, right.
The death of Mami Christina Da in Owe, burnt in her own house, will hurt them.
In Owe, yes.
In Owe.
Just nearby, yes. Moyoka.
Yes.
The person, she's 74-year-old.
Yes.
And she was burned by the military, and family members have said that it is the Cameroon government that actually perpetrated that act.
Yes. And everybody knows that.
Right. Okay, so I think I'm following up the show from here, and we're trying to make sure that we have volume. Some people are complaining, and I just want to let you all know that this is one of our studios, but we're still putting a whole lot of things together, but we needed to take Barrister Fu. As a matter of fact, we programmed this show for the official opening of our studio, but we had to do it because Barrister Fu have some other place that he'll be running to.
Yes. And
so we will continuously, somebody says the volume is not very good. I think a couple of people have complained about the volume. So
is there any way you can?
We're going to see how we're going to adjust the volume. I think we'll work on trying to get the volume. I see the volume is perfect. Maybe just a geographical location affected. Yeah, because even here, if I put it on, I can get the volume very clearly. I see the volume is perfect. Maybe just a geographical location. That's somebody was reading. So you can see that we're trying to get that reflection. So the volume is okay, but Barrister Fu will just talk more to the mic so that they can get to the boom mic of the device. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all who are joining. Somebody says we need more volume, but well, volume is okay. So please just try to increase your volume from where you're watching. So I think we have just done enough to get volume out to everybody. So meanwhile, we continue the discussion with Barrister Fu. If you're just joining, ladies and gentlemen, this is the map on your National Telegraph. Do not forget to follow our page, like our page. You can always like us and follow us on Facebook. We're on National Telegraph on Facebook. Our email address is ntelegraph@gmail.com. We are also on Twitter, on National Telegraph, on YouTube, on National Telegraph. You can follow our YouTube page. In the meantime, do not forget, you can contact us or ask questions on +1 9174 801068. So that is our WhatsApp number, +1 9174 801068. So we continue this show, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Barrister Fu was expatiating on the issue ground, what the government is doing. And you've named quite a lot of places. It seems like all the areas within the Anglophone regions have been targeted by the government. So you have some more proof.
I live on Ground Zero, and I follow the events in our territory very closely. All the targeted killings, they have multiplied by 4 times. I'm telling you that our people have been slaughtered like animals. They have been slaughtered like animals, and I don't know what is going on.
Estimatedly, they say about 10,000 people have probably already been killed.
That is my estimation. That at least 10,000 of our people have lost their lives in this conflict. And I'm still to see the government to contradict me. I said more than 10,000 and more than 200, and now it's about 250 villages that have been burned, because they burn villages almost every day.
They're going close to 400 already.
Yes, they are burning villages every day. So I don't know what kind of war they brought onto us. This scorched earth policy that they have, it will take them nowhere. But I can assure them that, like I said, I have always said, we will fight to the last man standing. They will not, what they are looking for, they will not get.
Right. So now, the people of the two English-speaking regions have adopted a new name called Ambazonia. But at the international level, they are known as the people of the former British Southern Cameroons, or the Southern Cameroons. So do you think that the appellation of the name Ambazonia would have some very political and diplomatic confusion?
No. In the international community, especially me, when I'm talking, I talk of the Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia. So that it is clear that I'm talking about the Southern Cameroon.
Right.
Ambazonia comes from the Ambas Bay in Victoria, that all of us know. And that is where our father, one of the fathers of this revolution, Barrister Dinka, got the name from.
Right.
He paid the price by the series of detention centers that he suffered in, but that name, he introduced it, and with deference to him, I think that is why we have adopted the name Ambazonia. But officially, it cannot be Ambazonia. It's the British Southern Cameroons. When we get to Boya and we finally have the opportunity to do a constitutional conference, we will now adopt that name, or not to adopt, or stay with the Southern Cameroons. But the word Cameroon brings to mind association with these people. And I would prefer that we adopt the name Ambazonia during the constitutional conference.
But it seems the name Ambazonia is already very widespread.
It's already widespread. So the only thing left is to make it official. For now, we still